What is going on, my beautiful YouTube community? It's your boy Infinite Ryda here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, cruising down the strip. Came down here to visit my dad, and the wife and kids getting dressed right now. So I said, hey, let me go and take the boulevard out, ride it down to the beach real quick. That way I can give y'all my impressions on this M109 I'm sitting on. And I know y'all are typically used to seeing me on Harley Davidsons, but anytime I get a chance to ride another bike, I'm all about it. So enjoy the scenery and I guess listen to my thoughts of the bike. So the bike I'm riding right now is my dad's M109. It's a Suzuki Boulevard. It's basically their, oh, I got the blinker still on. It's basically their muscle bike. I mean, and the type of riding I'm doing right now is not so fun for this bike, because this bike has a ton of power throughout the entire RPM range. But I'm sitting in slow traffic, so I'm gonna get out of this here in a minute so I can open it up a little bit, so that way y'all can see what this bike can actually do. It is perfect temperature down here. It's beautiful. Look at the beach. Look at that water. It's calm. Wish we could go out on the boat today, but I think he's going somewhere, so that's not going to work out. I messed up on that shift all day long, and that happens, especially on a bike that I haven't ridden in a while, and I haven't been on his bike in quite some time. Let's get off the strip and go where we can actually ride this baby. Turn here on Kings Highway, head back towards the house. I'm pretty sure they wondering why I'm gone so long. So, whoops. So the M109 is basically Suzuki's muscle cruiser. I think that's what M stands for, muscle, because it's a very aggressive ride. It has a shit ton of power throughout the entire RPM range, versus on Harley Davidsons you got most of your power in the low end. There go a Harley. This one's gonna have not as much power in the low end as your typical Harley Davidson, but it's gonna have power throughout the entire RPM range. And it does come with that really wide back tire. So it's made for going really fast in a straight line. A lot of people aren't used to the wider tires when it comes to turning corners or taking a corner, because it feels awkward to them. But me, I love the wide tire when it comes into taking a turn. It feels more stable to me for some reason, because it's more tires sticking to the road. Compared to the Harley Davidson, it does have a totally different sound coming out of the engine. Like, you can tell the difference from a bike when you hear it going down the road by its sound. You know what a Harley sounds like, and you know what a metric sounds like. This definitely sounds like a metric. I think the light is for me. So this bike kind of feels like Suzuki took the Hayabusa and turned it into a cruiser, because it's going to be your most powerful Suzuki cruiser there is. It's a comfortable ride. The seating position is comfortable, but again, my dad changed some stuff on here probably to make it a little bit more comfortable. But it has a shit ton of power. I'm not going to even lie. You definitely feel the power. It feels like it's made to go drag racing if you were drag racing a cruiser. I actually like riding this bike, but again, it's massive. I mean, look at the size of the tank on this thing. This is a massive bike. It's humongous, and it has a very different styling profile when you actually look at the bike. I'll see if I can find somewhere to pull over so you can take a look at it. And of course, my dad put bags and some other stuff on here, but they're, you know, so he changed the look of it a little bit to make it more convenient for him and how he rides the bike. Literally every time you turn this throttle, it puts a smile on your face. It like makes you laugh because there's so much power. Now don't get me wrong, the Harley V-Rod as well as the FXDR, they do the exact same thing. But again, those are not my bikes or my family's bikes. So I ride those a little differently than I ride a bike that's mine or family members or friends, because again, those are demo bikes, you might as well say. So I'm not going to just be out here ripping on those. The FXDR and the V-Rod and the Fat Boy and the Fat Bob, they all put a smile on my face when you grab that throttle as well. But I just can't open it up the way I'm opening this baby up. Now, as far as styling preference, I myself prefer some of the Harley Davidson muscle bikes style over the style of the Boulevard I'm sitting on, the M109, because again, it has a different look, a different style to it, and it's like massive. Like I've said before, this bike is freaking humongous. So we're going over the Intercoastal Waterway. I can't even say it right. The Intercoastal Waterway right now. That's what was down there. Thing I do like better on the Harley Davidsons is the blinker setup. Like, it has automatic canceling turn signals, so I'm so used to that now. Sometimes I'll turn on this signal and it doesn't cancel on its own, and I'm riding for miles with my blinker still on because I forgot to turn it off. I got to get back used to that when I'm on a bike that doesn't have that. This thing pulls every time you twist that throttle, and it's so much tire back there, it takes off. The tire's not going to slip on you at all. I'll pull over up here real quick so you can take a look at the bike and what I mean by it has a different styling or look to it. I thought that was open. Whoops. See, that blinker thing, got to get used to it. I guess I'll pull over right, yeah, here we go. Here's a little parking lot I can pull in real quick. Make it quick though. I don't know whose property this is. Might be abandoned or something, I don't know. Shit, it's gonna be over here for a hot sec. Ice house, baby. Don't get the ice house out of here. All right, so if you look at it real quick, that's the way the M109 looks. Typically it does not have the bags on it. He added those so he could carry some stuff with him while he's riding. And again, I left the blinker on, as you can see, but it has a totally different type of look or style to it, and it's humongous. Like, look at the size of this thing. It's massive, and that rear tire is humongous, but it has a shit ton of power throughout the entire RPM range, all the way from 1 to about 7. I think that's where it red lines. But the bike is a blast to ride. It's really fun to ride. But if I had to choose between a Suzuki Boulevard or Suzuki M109, like if I had this sitting right here and I had a FXDR sitting right there, I'm probably gonna get the FXDR because I like the styling of it better. I like having way more power in the lower end, and it still has power throughout the rest of the RPM range, but I just like the FXDR and the V-Rod and the Fat Boy a little bit better. But I mean, don't get me wrong, this is a fun bike to ride. Let me get it back to the house because we got stuff we got to do today. And it is tremendously comfortable. I love laying on the throttle on this baby. Now I know typically on review videos and stuff like that, I go over specs, I do the little walk around and a little cinematic shit, but I just don't have time to do that on here. This was a unplanned and very unorganized video. They were getting dressed at the house and I was waiting, so I just pulled this out, took it for a ride. But if you like videos like this and review videos and videos on motorcycles or anything like that, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like and comment below. But it's your boy Infinite Ryda signing out. Be blessed, stay safe, and get out here on 2 wheels, people. Love everybody. Love y'all. Deuces.
Won't sketch my moves, read my tattoo, my face so new.
Let's do an acceleration test real fast. Have a little fun. I ain't even lay on it.
Under my shoes, I cannot lose.